can't hear it. The music's playing. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jason. That's Andy, and we are your internet dads. I'm a little off. There we go. And I guess my darling little girl has decided to join the show. Let me switch the audio so that she can hear it. You talk, Andy. Can you hear?
Hello, can you hear my voice?
Coming up.
Is it Lily or Jill?
I
got a little something. Hi, Jill. I got something in my throat.
Hey. Oh, there it is. Hey. Hi, what are you doing? You got a joke for me?
No.
Oh.
Okay. You have any jokes?
I don't have one either. Don't worry. That's cool. Dad tells me that you love to read.
On my tablet.
Dad tells me you love to read.
Yeah, I do.
Me too. Are you reading a good book now?
We're about to play Hungry Pets, whatever. It's Hungry Pets Power.
You show him that green book you've been reading a lot over there.
What's your green book you've been reading? I know me and Jill like dragons and we like to read, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, come look at this. She's going into second grade.
Holy moly.
Everything you need to know to ace science for middle school.
That is great. That's just like the type of book I would like to read.
Middle school. She's going into second grade.
That's awesome.
It is not appropriate. Oh, she's got some more to show you. She has more to show you.
Sweet.
Math?
She has everything you need to know to ace math for middle school. Yeah, Jill, and the language arts. We were reading about prepositional phrases and things like that. But tell me one thing you learned out of this book, Jill.
Okay.
Anything about animals that you learned from that book?
What's one thing you've learned out of this?
It's hard to just find one thing, Dad. There's so much stuff in there. It's cool.
There's a part of the moon, there's a part of it where it's supposed to be straight in a female, and that it gets bigger when there's a baby in it.
Oh, wow. Really?
The reproduction system. Wow. Oh, my gosh.
That's super
all right, here
cool.
you go.
Those are really good, Jill. Those are the type of books that I'd like to read, too.
Surely you can. You absolutely can.
You see, JJ, are you back in?
Let me put my headphones on.
There's these bees, and then the birds are in there too.
Yeah, boy.
In the book, and rhinoceroses with their horns, and it's a really cool book.
I don't know where those came from, but I bet it was my wife. I bet it was my wife.
That was the greatest.
Oh,
so what did you learn in the book?
The women
pregnant, reproductive. Well,
they're still young enough that literal facts and have no. They're not. It's not mentally connected to anything.
Yeah.
So it's just it's just girls have penis, or boys have penis, girls have vagina. It's like that, but then they're they don't know what that means. Whatever. Girls have penis in 2025. Some do, I guess. Anyway, good morning. How are you? How was your weekend? We didn't talk on Friday. That was me. I don't think we talked on Thursday either.
I don't remember. I've had so much stuff going on.
A million years ago.
And I really don't remember.
Yeah.
Yesterday or Thursdays now, I host a D&D game for the public at my friend's coffee shop here in town, and it's been going pretty good.
Those are the little short episodes, 1 or 2 hour things or something?
Right now, every Thursday, since we're just inviting everybody, they're just little short ones. Usually takes one day, one session. We start at 6 and end at 9 and have a couple breaks in there. But we usually, but there is interest in some of these people. They keep coming back every Thursday. So there is interest in these people out there that are actively looking for a game to play. And the rough part about this game is everybody wants to be the dungeon master, which is the game master, the storyteller. All right.
Really?
Everybody wants to be that, but nobody is good at it. So when you have a good DM, you have people that want to be at your table, and I have 8 people at my table every freaking game, and it's really tough to manage 8 people. I like 4 to 6.
Right.
You can manage 4 to 6 pretty good, but when you have a bunch of people, we had 12 people last time. I had to recruit my buddy and was like, he's a 30-year plus player DM too, and I had to recruit him.
So everybody wants to be the storyteller? That's crazy.
Well, a lot of people want to be the storyteller. Most people, I'll amend that. Most people want to play the game, but the people that want to be the storytellers, not everybody's good at it.
Right. Oh yeah.
I got a buddy that always wanted to be the DM, and his story was A, B, C, and D. And if you did not go from A to B, that's it. You didn't deviate at all. Right. And when you tried to deviate, he would get mad and jerk you back on course. And that's like, I don't want to play that game.
Yeah.
My games are very much, hey, there is a story going on in the world, and I'm going to give you clues on how you can participate in it. And if you guys choose to get in a ship and sail to the other continent, that does not mean that this stuff that's going on does not pause. It does not pause. It continues to go on. When you save the town and do this, but you inadvertently kill this guy's wife or kill this guy's dog, when you come back to that town, I have made notes that reminds me they killed this guy's dog in this town. So now there's going to be a statue of the dog, and they're going to freaking lynch your asses when you come into town because that dog was, you know what I mean?
So this can only exist because you are creating the world. You're doing all of the infrastructure management of the background. Right.
I am. There's a lot of people that do that professionally to sell, and that's what I do.
So I'm wondering, is there any sort of apparatus or organization or something like that where you could have multiple teams of, party over there, party over there, party over there, party over there, and each one of them has their own person running the game, but collaboratively creating a much bigger world.
Oh, you could set that up.
It would be
that's
really
a great
hard
idea.
for the game masters to communicate with each other, because I'm sure each one wants to be the chef in their kitchen.
Right. But if you did that, if you laid down some ground rules on the world, here's the world that everyone is in, here's the different continents, this is what's going on in the different continents. Right. You have this, you have this, you have this, you have this, and you have this. And then about 3 months in, while y'all are running your groups, the overall DM, is going to give you something that happens in the world that affects everyone.
Right, that's what I mean. A really big. A really big.
There was a DM that I read about one time. So this was back in the 80s. There was a particular world in D&D called Dragonlance. The world's called Kryn, but it's the Dragonlance world. And there was a big change coming to that world. There was, people knew that this comet was going to be, the Dragonlance rules were changing. The TSR, who owned the D&D at the time, were like, hey, we're going to reintroduce Dragonlance, but we're changing some stuff, and we're changing some rules, and we're changing some of the history. And people were kind of mad. Well, this one DM that was running a current Dragonlance campaign just started saying there was a comet in the sky that they started seeing. And when the comet hit and passed by or whatever it did, it rewrote the magic in the world so that he could convert over to the new rules in the game. So there's always a really creative way to do things. And I like that idea, honestly. Our whole idea for the coffee shop is to have every Thursday, we would like to have 2 to 3 other DMs setting and DMing tables, and me and Caleb don't have to actively DM. We have started actively doing this to get the ball rolling. But we've actually talked to some of those guys about, hey, how about one Thursday, all you people that are wanting to learn how to be good dungeon masters and storytelling, why don't we have a little dungeon master meeting and swap ideas?
So I guess the real problem is like the guardrails, because it could probably be very easy for some storyteller to go off on a wild hair and just like make stuff up that is wildly out of balance with everything else. And so, you know, but I mean, the idea of like a meta group, like meta story.
Another problem is that some DMs are a lot more lenient than others. So my group might have, my 5th level characters might have a couple of pretty nice magical weapons, and your group over here, your 5th level characters don't have any magical weapons because you're like, I want to do this way. We've had that discussion before. My buddy Caleb doesn't like to hand out magical stuff, and I always hand out, my parties always have at least 2 magical items. These things called sending stones, which are basically walkie-talkie, and a bag of holding, which is its bag that hold 500 pounds of stuff.
So 2 dead bodies. Easy.
Yeah, well, 2 dead bodies, I guess. It's been done before.
You have the sword of infinite longevity. Oh my God. I have this really great stick I found, and I kind of made a club out of it.
Stick of throwing. It doesn't come back. When it lands, it just sits there.
It's called the half a ring. I throw it way out there and it stays.
Dude. I have found this video of this guy who is a boomerang guy. Okay.
Okay.
And he makes boomerangs. It's the coolest thing I'll sit there and watch his videos. He makes like the regular boomerangs that look like this, but then he makes 3, and then he makes 4 prong boomerangs, 5 prong boomerangs, 6, 7, 8. And he takes them out to the field, and throws them.
Let's see it. I want to see it. Let's go.
Dude, I got to find the boomerang guy.
Hang on. You do that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, oh, okay. If like one day you wake up, you'd be like, I love boomerangs. I'm going to learn to make them. The testing process of having to make boomerangs has got to just suck.
Here it is.
You're like, I made one. Throw it. Doesn't work. Now I have to walk 600 feet.
Not available right now.
300 feet.
Hang on. Let me try this. Guy tries out multiple MULTIPLE boomer ER. I think this is it. Why, Facebook, are you being prickish today? Facebook's not wanting me to.
So I found something funny to watch on I guess it's Instagram or whatever. I lost it now, so I'm about to go find it again. It's this Indian dude not cooking. Those are horrible and gross. Have you watched Indian cooking? It is. You will get a disease.
Facebook's not bringing it up. I'm not going to sit here and mess with it.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll get a disease watching Indian people cook street food.
And I'm not. Yeah, street food. I'm talking.
There's
street
no
food.
way in hell I would ever. Hey, do you want to take a vacation?
I literally watched a dude like make an egg omelet with rats running around on the floor, and I was like, nope. Yeah, mix it with your hands. No, thank you.
I love it.
No, I found this video of this Indian like repair shop, and like people are just coming in with like their broken propane gas stoves, or like a little tabletop stove or blender or whatever, and he's just fixing everything so fast that like they give him the broken thing and he bangs on it, and then he just rips parts out and jumps up on the wall and grabs a hose or grabs like a burner or whatever, slabs it together, bangs on it again, just.
But think about it. I mean, think about that culture, though. Put yourself in his little sandals.
Got a lot of customers, I guess. I don't know.
You've got a lot of people in a little area that are all trying to make money and capitalize on something. And if you fix parts, you fix electronics, you and 10,000 other people within a 5-mile radius.
Yeah.
You want to be quick. You want to be.
Okay. I think I found the word for the guy. We're going to, let me go. Is it Instagram? I want you to see this if you haven't seen it before. Search. No, that's not the word. Oh, your show sucks. Okay, so what? It's show tutu. I spelled it wrong.
We'll be the first people to admit it.
Yeah, it does suck. Don't.
Hey, I made a sound effect this morning because it's supposed to get up to like 110 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want you and our thousands of people in our audience to judge this sound effect for me. Today is one of those days where you walk outside and it sounds like this.
Ooh. Nice. That's really good, actually. It starts off being very Arizona, but then it kind of ends up being Mississippi.
I guess that's true. I guess I kind of need to, but I was thinking this morning, I was like, man, this is one of those days when you walk outside and you have a vibra slap. And I was like, people don't know what a vibra slap is. I'm a percussionist, so I know what a vibra slap is. A vibra slap is.
Oh, okay.
It's this little wooden bell looking thing with a metal rattle in it, and it's on a long wire that comes up, and it's got a wooden, weight on the other end, and you hit that wooden weight and it shakes that rattle, and you always hear that when they're showing a desert scene or something. You hear, and you usually hear a red-tailed hawk screeching in a. Yeah, you're right.
It gets a little bluesy.
It gets a little bluesy, so I'm going to fade it down right there.
Yeah, it needs a little less bluesy. A little more. All of my clothes are covered in sweat. This is terrible. It's a dry heat.
Right there is where it's a dry heat. This is not a dry heat down here. This is freaking humid, nasty. It's like the freaking jungle. All right, it goes like this now. Yeah, that's a lot better. That's a lot better.
All right, here's Chotutu working on he's fixing stuff. This is a repair shop in India, and you'll see there's just people lined up with like handing him like pressure cookers and all kinds of stuff. I don't know why he's got a new pot there.
And if you think about it, too, all right, I'm just trying to be logical on all this stuff.
Yeah.
In India, they probably use the same type of utensils.
Oh yeah. So
he's probably repairing, and they probably have the same faults.
Yeah.
So he's probably repairing the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
He knows when you come in, he's like, "Oh, I just need to freaking solder this part."
Yeah.
Look,
there's a pile of pots over there.
But honestly, in my life, what I have learned is that if you go into a repair guy's shop and his back and it looks like that,
yeah,
he is probably going to fix your crap, and it's going to be the best it's ever been.
Look, he just grabbed something from some guy, hooked it up to a torch, and he's like, "Okay, let's test it out." Nope. Oh, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. It's not supposed to do that.
Oh my gosh.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. So I watched this for like an hour last night, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be going to sleep."
I'm supposed to. It's 3 a.m. What the fuck? Why am I watching a guy from India?
I mean, like,
I caught myself the other day on TikTok watching these people on an assembly line in like India or China or somewhere, and I was like, "Why am I watching these people? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this?"
Yeah, it's It's because you want to connect with people. You do. You obviously do. You work in radio, you talk to people, you want to connect with people. But people are a big hassle. So
it is really interesting when you go through TikTok live and any of the live social medias. I use TikTok, and you see these people that broadcast from their country and they're doing something silly or they're doing something. And I got a lot of musicians from other countries that I follow, and now like some kids and some older people, and they just get on there and play. And a lot from America, and most of them are terrible.
Like musicians. Yeah.
But some of them are really good. There are a couple of they're teenagers, but they are in Mexico. They're singing in Spanish. I don't have a clue what they're singing. And it's a brother and sister, and they're both blind. And she plays the guitar and sings, and he has his phone with the braille stuff, and he reads the comments out loud to her and whatnot. And they're speaking Spanish. I don't have a clue what they're saying. I pick up one or two words every once in a while, but
how do they know they're
have the most beautiful voice? They have the most beautiful voices together. They are so beautiful,
harmonized. When my kids sing together, I'm like, oh, that's if they just get into the mood where they're just singing a song together and they harmonize, and I'm like,
yeah, I know, isn't it great?
That's pretty cool.
Some people can harmonize and some people can't.
I can't. I don't know how to. I'm a terrible singer.
I gotta talk real quick.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to go take the kids actually to the thing, but I want to show you something. So you talk, and then I'm gonna show you my thing we talked about last week. So I'll go grab that. So last week during one of our shows, we were talking about, I guess probably video games or old video games. Something for some reason we're talking about Xbox or. Please don't run on the stairs. Uh oh. What's it going on?
Okay, I'm here.
You tried to hit me.
All right, time out. Sit down. We're gonna talk in a couple minutes. We got
ask him what 6 times 2 is.
We're not gonna have to do this now. Okay. Hey, what's going on? We're not playing games this morning. I already explained that. Yeah. Okay. No big deal. All right. So last week, Deke, we were talking about video games. We were talking about Xbox or whatever we were talking about. I don't know. You remember?
Yeah.
And I said, oh, I have, like, the last time I had a video game console was an Xbox 360. It's downstairs, and I still have the stuff. And then we talked about like Fallout
and stuff. Yeah.
So I was down in the garage doing something else, and I ran across this, and I was like, oh, and look, I was like, I said, I don't even think I have the package, but I still have the package, and I'm gonna tilt this down, and then I think you can see. Like, it still has, which I think I thought this was so cool, but I mean, like, I couldn't do this today. Like, I would never buy something like this today where.
Oh no. I mean, you've got your priorities have changed. You don't have that kind of money to do that anymore.
Yeah,
but
right. Let me tilt it down a little more. So like, it still has the game, I think. Yeah, the game's in there. So, in the book, the original, like.
As long as it stays mint, dude, as long as it stays looking like that and don't have any creases and stuff, it's just going to increase in value. That was a big game.
There's this thing says the Holodisc, VDSG Holodisc, but there actually is a disc in there. So I don't know. I have no idea what's on that. There was a little art book that came with the collector set. And I've had this for like, I don't know, 20 years, and the bobblehead.
Keep all of it just like that, man.
I mean, I am. In fact, you said I should put it on the shelf, so I put it on the shelf back there. Actually,
there is an older gentleman that lives not far from us here, and he's in his late 80s, and he was a guitarist for Sun Records, and he was a guitarist for a couple of those big bands, several big bands and country bands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He is in the Rockabilly Hall of Fame as a guitarist. He's just one of these guys that you'd never heard of, but you probably heard him play guitar before and whatnot.
Okay.
And whatnot. His name is Stanley Walker. And Stanley Walker played with this guy named Rockin' Ray Smith, who would have been the next Elvis if it hadn't have been for alcohol. Okay. This guy had charisma. He had a great voice. If you listen to Ray Smith, Rockin' Ray Smith, you can find him on Spotify. Well, the reason I tell you this is because when I played Fallout, when you go to one of those radio stations, one of those main songs is a Rockin' Ray Smith song. And it's
really?
The 50s rockabilly song that you hear in the background of that game over and over and over again. And one day Stanley was in here and I mentioned it to him. I was like, did you know that you're on one of the biggest selling video games of all time in the history of video games? He was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, there's a game called Fallout 3, and it was one of the biggest games of all time. And you play the guitar in the song like Rockin' Bandit. And it's freaking playing constantly in that. In that, I play it for an hour and I hear it like 3 times.
I
play that song on the air. I think it's called Rockin' Bandit is the one that's on that. But it's Ray Smith, Rockin' Ray Smith. I could probably look at the Fallout 3
soundtrack. Honestly, like the songs on this and the other Fallout games are so good. Like I made and I don't care about music very much, but I made a playlist of these songs, and I would if I was like, I guess I'm going to listen to music, I would play the Ink Spots and all of this stuff.
Hang on, let me do Control Ray Smith.
So in about 5 minutes, I'm going to have to take the kids to the
go do your thing, man.
Yeah. So, but I got a couple minutes left.
I really didn't have anything. There was something that I was going to share with y'all. When Dave gets here, we can talk about all kinds of stuff. They picked a, I'm not as excited about this as other people are, just because they love the franchise a lot more than I do, is the only reason. But Zelda, they picked a Zelda and a Link. This girl, and the initial rumors were that Zelda was going to be played by this transgender dude. Was going to play
for a movie. Like they're going to make a movie.
They're making a live action movie, and they have picked a. Hang on, let me show you. Just
you
real
can't
quick.
even get me to go see Superman. I am not the audience for Link.
I've heard good things and bad things about that.
I've heard nothing but great stuff. I want to watch it, but not enough that I'm like.
Make me moderator real quick.
Maybe on Friday I'll go do that. I don't know. Yeah, you can moderate. Of course you can.
Moderate, all right. Thank you very much.
So a couple of years ago, our show was climbing audience, and we were we were getting, and now we have no audience. It's gone.
No, we need to change stuff. We really do. But there's the chick, and there's the dude that's going to play Link.
Zelda is a chick, and these people's parents probably never played Zelda. Maybe they played the Switch version or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not the audience for Zelda. I played on the 8-bit, the Nintendo, the Nintendo, the original one. I had a Nintendo. I played obviously Super Mario Brothers. I think we all did in those days. And there was a game called Chrysalis. Chrysalis, does that ring a bell?
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And Chrysalis was this game where you kind of it was a top-down 2D, walk around, do a story, pick A, B, whatever your answers are, whatever. And I think you get a sword that you're making better or something like that. And I played that, but then I was just not my thing. And that's basically kind of a clone of Zelda in those days anyway, where it was kind of a top-down dungeon.
In an alternate universe, when young Andy chose to get a Nintendo instead of a PlayStation, he went ahead, and he's a big Zelda fan in that alternate universe, because he went ahead and played Zelda. But I had the NES. Who didn't play the gold Zelda?
Right.
Zelda 2, A Link to the Past, the side scroller that was terrible. And then the third one, whatever that one was called, that was really good. And that was about it. That's as far as I went with Zelda.
Yeah.
I saw other people play these games and whatnot. You need to play this, and you need to play this. And you play,
do you remember that Nintendo Power magazine where it would have like Zelda on the cover? Or you know what I mean? Yeah, I remember that for sure. But I
even had and I still have it written down in my notes on my phone. I had a real great idea about 20 years ago. Of my sister-in-law, who's a hippie girl, she had a piece of fabric in her house. I was like, "What is this real thin fabric you got?" And she said, "That's paper. It's natural paper. It's like map paper or whatnot. I bought it from a guy at a festival or something, and it's just been sitting there on the bookshelf for years." She's like, "You can have it." So I took it, and I started doing this, but I never finished it because of my ADHD. But I wanted to make a complete recreation of the original Zelda map, except make it look like a real map, but it's a complete recreation of the Zelda map.
Right.
And then take it and fold it and bury it in the yard for about 6 months, and then go back and dig it back up, and then dust it off and put it in a freaking frame and sell that shit for about $300.
Groundwater destroyed my cool map project.
Oh, that's true.
All right,
maybe I'll just stain it with coffee.
The thing is, you know what you could do right now? You could go over to ChatGPT and be like, "Hey, make a Zelda map, but make it look like a real cartographer's
Shut
map."
up. This was 20 years ago.
Dude, like
I've been making look, let me show you I'm just going to show you this real quick. It's up. I've been working on a book. Oh, God damn it. Hang on.
He's working on a book. He's working on a book about bookie stuff. And if you guys haven't already, you should definitely check out Andy's other books over on Amazon. There might be a link in the description. I don't know. Andy's books are pretty great. They're short and they're real heartfelt. So go check out his other books. So Grok, draw a.
No, I was going to show you this one thing that I had ChatGPT do. I'm having, or it's not ChatGPT. I'm having AI do. I found a really nice AI art generator that I've been using for about a year now, and it is sweet. And I've shared it in the Discord server, but I'm not going to share it to anybody else because I don't want it freaking waiting in line for all you damn people. Can you see what's on the screen?
I see you have words on the left and
very
convincing looking product on the right.
Every one of these pictures here are I've done with ChatGPT, and I have the overlay, the faded overlay, and this one right here I had to like edit this out and actually do he's 2 pictures there. But what I was going to show you was it's up here in the very top. You were talking about have ChatGPT make a map of Zelda.
Yeah.
Well, I have this this first mission here is called Grave Whispers, and you go and you're having to search through a graveyard and help these and find this thing and blah blah blah. Well, there's 3 distinct things in the graveyard that you go to. Okay. Well, I had the map. I had this make a map, and the thing was the caretaker. I don't know if you can really see it.
Yeah, you kind of see a little house thing.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
You start over at page 1.
No, it just went up like 3. Here we go. Here's the map. So you kind of see there's a little caretaker shack.
Yeah.
There's the tree in the center and the mausoleum on the side. Okay. And I was like, I need you to do this and blah, blah, blah. And after about 6 freaking tries of generating 8 pictures a time, I finally get one that looks really, really good.
Right.
But this is, I use it for, this is the product. This is what I'm putting all of my stuff for the blended brews. Where initially, guys, it's already like 200 or 300 pages. Look, here's my Pac-Man mission.
Yeah.
And then I made and then I've got one here that my players are going to play called War of the Spore.
Oh my gosh, you need to do Power Rangers. You need to do Power Rangers, dude.
Ooh, that would be good. This one's basically Mushroom Kingdom. All right. Yeah. You're helping out these mushroom guys, these Mycans.
Yeah.
Against a
how many of them do you eat?
Reptilian and simian hordes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's what you got to fight against. And I got to fix that there. All right.
I need to run the kids up to the thing, so that's pretty cool. So are you gonna publish that book soon? Are you publish? How many of your game
I'm
books have you
eventually
published?
wanting to. Me and Caleb, my buddy that owns the coffee shop, we eventually want, when we get that done, it's going to be a complete helper for a DM, and we want it to be about 300 or 400 pages. Because we see these online that sell for like $40 and they got like 200 pages. And I'm like, dude, we could sell this thing for $40 if we had 400 pages. And all of this stuff is
$40
gold.
if it had less than that.
Okay. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. So when we get it done, he's going to help me get all this stuff to where we're going to try to find an independent person to print it.
All right, man. Thanks for hanging out. We don't even have time for jokes. I really gotta run. So let's talk tomorrow. Maybe Dave will be here.
Real quick before we leave, we don't have time for jokes. I just wanted to give a shout out to over the weekend our band played, and I want to give a shout out to the guy that played triangle in the band. Yeah, thanks for everything. What? Did I say something?
Oh, no. I can't believe you said that, dude.
I thought you were going to hit the thing right after that.
I need to.
That's when you need to go. Thanks for everything. Hit it. Hit it. Go.
No, you got one in. I get to do one.
Oh, okay.
I get to do one. Hey. The rotation of the earth makes my day.
Politicians and talking heads lying left and right. You can help us bring facts into the light. Don't let your daughter